Zakes Bantwini, my goodness, I don't think anyone was actually keeping still in the studio today, especially not in the kitchen. Well, we have to get onto the hard work because somebody's got to do it, clearly. Everybody else is having a party. And today we're talking about what an apple does. An apple a day goes really, really nicely when you're making a toffee and apple cookie. How are you, Miss Caitlin?
Good morning. We were all driving.
We were like the Williams sisters were rocking it out in the kitchen. Caitlin, what do we need for this very interesting and tasty looking recipe today?
So this is one of my favorite cookie recipes. I've nicknamed them treehouse cookies because
Really?
my best friend and I used to make these and eat them in our treehouse on the farm
Aww.
where I grew up. So they're really versatile,
Yes.
and it's a very, very easy recipe.
Okay,
So
cool.
what I've got in here is I've got some softened butter.
Yeah.
And I've just loosened it a little bit. And we're going to cream it together with some white sugar.
All right.
And
Cream
then
that, baby.
We've got some brown sugar over here. It's actually demerara.
Okay.
And that's going to give it a bit of add to the toffee flavor, so a little bit of a caramel flavor to that.
All right.
And then you're just going to mix this together. If you've got a machine,
That would be so much easier.
absolutely. But
Absolutely.
you got to work off the calories that you're about to eat. So,
Absolutely.
So we're just going to cream that together.
You know, talking about a tree house, you had a tree house. I think I just had a branch growing up that I used to hide away in when I was in trouble.
Which was often, no?
Never. Ever.
And then I've got some eggs over here that are going to
All
go in.
Let
Do
me
you want to
do
crack
the other
the
one
other
for
one
you,
for me?
So I can feel of use in this recipe.
And so this is just going to get mixed in, very, very simple. And then today we're using pancake mix
Is
to
that
make
allowed?
cookies. Of course it is. Get creative.
This is really interesting that we would use pancake mix. Is it still going to give us that consistency that we want a cookie to have?
Absolutely. So we've got the Sasko Quick Treats pancake mix here. And think about pancake mix. What is it? It's flour, a little bit of sugar,
That's
some
right.
salt. So I've just played around with the quantities to create this recipe.
Clever girl.
So that's going to go in there. And then we've got some bicarb
Okay,
and some baking powder.
there we go.
And some vanilla, always, for a little bit of extra
Of course, little something,
flavor.
something.
And some cinnamon,
There we go.
just a dash. And then
Ooh,
we've got our apples, our
the
ingredient of the
secret
day.
ingredient is the apple.
Absolutely, and I've left the skin on because most of the fiber is actually in the skin.
skin, that's
yeah,
right.
so that's where all the goodness is.
Okay.
And I've got some soft caramels over here, which we've just
That's
chopped.
also where a lot of the goodness is,
Absolutely.
in the caramel.
And I mean, I've used apple and toffee, but you could use raisins, you could use nuts, you could use muesli. I'm going to pop some oats in here. This is not the quick cook kind.
Okay.
You need to use the proper
The
oats.
original oats.
Absolutely, yes. And
The
then,
one that takes a little bit of time to cook up.
yes, because otherwise it's just going to turn to mush in the oven.
We don't want mush.
No. So I often add chocolate chips into mine. That's
Okay.
sort of the original recipe is chocolate chips.
Can I pop this baby?
Apple in. Coconut is also great. Some crushed up cornflakes.
Yeah.
You can kind of tailor these for a lunchbox, which would be awesome.
What I love about this recipe is you just seem to be like, you can throw things in. You know, whatever you're like, we've got, a little bit of that, we've got some more of this.
And
just
it's a great way of cleaning out your pantry. So all those sunflower seeds and the little bits and bobs that get kind of stuck in the
Nice.
back of the pantry, pop those in.
Lovely.
And then we're going to drop spoonfuls of this.
Okay.
You don't even need to fuss.
Oh,
Just onto a lined baking tray.
I'm loving this recipe.
And the best part of this is that you can freeze them. So once they're raw, pop them in the freezer. Once they're sort of frozen hard, put them in a Ziploc bag. And then
Yeah.
if you've got friends over, you just arrange them on a baking sheet.
Yeah.
Pop them in the oven and you've got fresh cookies.
Those friends that come over unannounced,
Yes.
like me.
I've always got good things in my kitchen.
Now you've got something to feed me with. I love this recipe.
And that's it. And then you bake them at 180 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes, just depending on how big you're going to make them.
Okay.
You can make little ones, you can make giant ones.
Wonderful. Well, if you would like our recipe for our toffee and apple and cinnamon cookie this morning, all you have to do is SMS the word Sasko to 33728. We'll send you your pick and pay shopping list and the link to the recipe, and you could be making this very quick, easy, functional recipe whenever your friends come over without announcing it. And of course, the nice thing is we're going to take this one step further. You can also walk away with an amazing Sasko hamper with a hand blender and a whole lot of different baking resources and baking treats in there as well. So that's really, really amazing. Sasko to 33728. Lovely.
So that's as simple as that. I mean, the original recipe has got chocolate chips in it. So you can make it as healthy or as decadent as you want.
Wonderful.
On...
And then this is what it comes out looking,
look
all
like.
crispy and hearty. Vat een vir jou daar, sister.
And you can see the caramel sugar has gone all beautiful and brown.
Oh, it looks good. Well done. We did a good job. Let's
Cheers.
taste. We're going to be right back after the break. So good. So good.
Sasko Quick Treats, oh so easy and delicious.